Can y'all hear me? Mic check. 1, 2. I should have set my tripod up. I'm not gonna lie. Think I might have to do that and then be right back. Okay, mic check. Can y'all hear me? I'm trying something new with my my audio setup because I had brought a mic. It was like a little black one. I'm pretty sure the video is still up on my channel, but I don't know, the audio in that one just sounds kind of clouded, and I'm gonna touch on why I'm using my wires in a minute. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my DreamCon experience. I, of course, included some clips that I got over the weekend. I personally had fun. This was my first ever convention that I've went to, and honestly, it was a very fun experience. I seen a lot of cosplay costumes. We were just cosplaying just to cosplay. The lines were insanely long for a lot of stuff. I think the only real critiques that I would have, the meet and greets weren't set up the way that I thought they would have been set up. I thought it would have been like there's a line for the meet and greet, come in, take your pictures, ask, 1 to 2 questions, and then we got to keep the line moving. But unfortunately, they decided to set it up to where it was like we have limited amount of spaces, so a limited amount of people got to meet their, whatever creators that they were there to see. It didn't matter because they did have an app for different events and stuff that was going on, which I thought that was really innovative. There was 20,000 people this year, and last year I think it was only a couple of thousand people. So way more people, bigger venue space, I should say. There were a lot of different spaces. There was an exhibit hall for small businesses, which I thought was really cool. There were people there that were selling merch and their own comics that they've made. They were selling artwork and of course DreamCon merch and memorabilia and stuff like that, which was really dope. They didn't have a lot of food actually, so that would be a critique that I have as well. I feel like there definitely should have been a much larger food court kind of place, because the food was kind of tucked off back into a corner. It was on the same level as the exhibit hall for all of the people that were selling some kind of merch or something, which seemed kind of chaotic. But in that same space there was a DJ playing all different kinds of songs, and there was actually, I think on day 2 there was a double dutch kind of thing going on, so it was fun. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It was hot in Austin too. I think it was in the hundreds all weekend. So there was water refill stations everywhere. So it was dope. I enjoyed my time. I think I would go back next year. And I also think after your first convention in general, at least my experience, I know it's to do differently next year. So doing early registration, because I didn't do that this time. I didn't go get my badge early or anything. It was a lot of go with the flow. And for a convention like this, because it's a constantly growing and evolving thing, you kind of just got to learn to roll with the punches. But also there was a lot of people there that were super friendly. I ended up talking to a bunch of strangers basically, and we were having a good ass time. I was posing in people's videos and pictures and stuff, because people brought their Canon cameras, and it was just a lot. So tapping into my mic situation, there was a lot of people who were creating content at DreamCon, and I feel that's one of the dope things about a convention like DreamCon, because it's literally done by creators for other content creators, and I felt that was really dope. They had a content room for people to film whatever TikToks or take pictures. There was a cosplay repair room, so if people needed to fix up their cosplay costumes and stuff, that was dope as well. and I seen so many people that were filming on like their phones. Like, I only included like clips that I had got like here and there because I wanted to really enjoy my first convention, and I didn't want to be like all about like, oh, I gotta get this footage, I gotta get this footage. But I did see one, there was a lady, it was a young lady, and she had her tripod set up. She was filming on her iPhone, and she had her headphones in just like this, and she was talking to the camera. So I thought that that was dope, you know, to just be like, I got my phone as my camera, and I'm gonna use my headphones as my microphone, so I still got my audio going. And I thought that was really, really dope. Like, I've seen so many people who are filming like on Sony cameras and Canon cameras. Like, it ranged from all different like content creator levels, if you will, if you get what I'm saying. Because like, there were people there that had like professional film crews, and then there were people there who only had their iPhone to record record stuff, you know, like in film. And for me, that was like such a big like head turning moment, because I've been away from my Instagram for a couple of months now. I'm inconsistent on my YouTube channel, I'll say it like that. And so much of it was because I felt like I didn't have the proper equipment, I didn't have the right setup. To see so many different people in so many different stages of their YouTube journey and their YouTube career, and being in a space where like everyone had the same idea of, I'm going to DreamCon and I'm gonna film me some content. It don't matter if it's on my phone or a camera, I'm gonna film this. I thought that was really dope. I met some really cool people. I got a couple of pictures with some content creators, some old Viners. I posted a lot on my Instagram, on my feed, and on my story. So I know I have a DreamCon highlight of, you know, the activities I was able to participate in. I enjoyed my time. You know, I didn't expect this to be like a really like easygoing kind of thing. The only thing that really did catch me off guard had to be the long lines, and then, you know, the meet and greet stuff. I definitely feel like things could have been done a little bit differently, but you know, with something like this, because it was an independent convention, realistically. It's founded and ran by RDC, and there's a lot of trial and error that comes in, you know, doing something on your own, you know, having to find the sponsors, finding the venues, finding, you know, vendors to be in your convention, you know, food-wise, and, you know, all this other kind of stuff. So I feel like they were doing a really good job. They did this like Family Feud thing on day 2, I believe it was. They did this like Family Feud thing. So it was RDC versus AMP. So you know, Mark was there, and Kai Sennett, Duke Dennis, and I feel like this was a really like dope space, especially for people of color. Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I took away from this, was like to be in a space full of people of color, Black people specifically, and we're all kind of just vibing and enjoying the same kind of hobbies and, you know, stuff that we're into. I thought that was really dope. So I will be back for next year. I did keep my DreamCon badge that I posted on my Instagram. I kept that. That is memorabilia for me. If you enjoyed this little like quick recap video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And I'm about to go unpack my suitcase because I do have work tomorrow, and I can't afford to just have my body wash and stuff sitting in my suitcase. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time I drop a new video. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Imani Alexis, and I will see you in the next video.